Hello, welcome to our podcast, Lots About Design from Pistachio. Today we'll be talking about all things Nottingham and our Pistachio Motion Lab. Today I am joined by Paul Johnson,
Hello.
fellow co-pilot. Hello. I'm also joined by Stacey.
Hello.
And Chris.
Hello.
Also from our Nottingham office. So, for those who don't know, we have our main head office, which is in Bray in Berkshire, but we also have another office in Nottingham. So I think we ought to have some quick introductions from everybody. I think you all know who I am by now, but I'm Marie. I'm the co-founder and director at Pistachio, but I work on the creative side. So I manage all of the studio and also occasionally dabble in design. Not that anybody else would agree with my lack of design skills.
Some might question that.
I
yeah,
know. There you go. You see? I also like to talk, obviously. So, Paul, would you?
I think most people probably know me.
Exactly.
So, yeah, everyone that doesn't know me, Paul, also co-pilot and director of Pistachio. And yeah, generally most clients and prospects will know me as kind of the forward-facing part of the business. And over to Chris.
I'm Chris. I'm designer, animator, based in Nottingham.
Nottingham Forest fan.
Nottingham Forest fan because they're the best team in the world. It's not in a minute. Yeah, and I'm joined by Stacey.
Yeah, I'm Stacey and I'm a creative animation designer and also I work on the marketing side for Pistachio as well.
She does. Couldn't do it without her. We should all be more Stacey. She organises everybody. She's amazing at organising and getting us organised and sorted with stuff. So we have a little team here today. So how did the Nottingham office come about?
Me and Stacey are married.
Shock horror.
Who knew? For those that don't know.
Well, when
The
we
Gillans.
first joined the Nottingham office, they thought we were brother and sister, didn't they? That's what it is.
That's a little bit weird.
So we used to live down in Didcot in Oxford.
So when you first joined us, Chris, you actually went to the wrong place. But when you first joined us, you actually worked
live that down.
in the no. You actually worked in the office with us, didn't you? Down in, I think we were in Marlow at the time.
Yes, yeah. And then myself and Stacey found out we were pregnant and wanted to move closer to family, so back to Nottingham. And then you guys very kindly offered to open up a Nottingham branch because you didn't want to lose me, even though I go to the wrong places.
I know.
I'm that
he's
great.
Just so great. So
They
great.
opened the whole office for me.
Absolutely.
And then Stacey joined.
Yeah, quite a few years down the line, didn't I? I joined.
So I think you had a break in your career and you were
Yes.
to have your family, and then you wanted something a bit like me, which is part of the reason we started Pistachio, was to kind of work around family and
Yes.
family life, really, rather than
Yeah,
back to
and
the-
I wanted to stay in the creative industry as well because I've previously come from an interior design background. And I just got really into animation, started learning how to animate.
Yeah.
Chris also helped me along the way, didn't you? Taught me all the ropes on After
Taught you
Effects.
everything I
and
knew.
He was the sensei,
Yeah.
and then
the
there
Jedi
was
master.
an option to join Pistachio, which has just been amazing. Yeah, it's been really good. And kind of, we've established the Nottingham office now, haven't we?
Yes.
We've got a good base there, we've got a good team there. And that's kind of the journey of where we are now.
Where we are now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been years now, hasn't it?
I was trying to
Been,
think collectively
yeah.
how many years we have worked in Pistachio, because I'm nearly 5 years now, I think.
And so you're nearly 5 years,
Yeah.
and Chris, you're nearly
13.
Yeah, so
I'll
we've
say nearly 14.
Nearly 14
Nearly 14
May.
years. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, quite between you, quite a long time.
Yeah.
They'd obviously get less for murder, but we won't actually let them leave. We're just drawing more of the kids will soon start working for us.
Yeah, probably.
We put out a question to our LinkedIn followers and asked them, what would you like to know about Pistachio in Nottingham? What interests you? And one of the questions was, what does a typical day actually look like for us?
Because we couldn't publish the other questions.
for
various rude reasons.
Yeah. So I think we all kind of work in a hybrid capacity anyway. So a design kind of from a design day, I think it depends on kind of if you're in the office. Obviously Paul and I are a little bit different. We kind of have a mixture of some meetings and some calls to do, as well as kind of obviously getting together the first thing, chatting about stuff that's going on, any deadlines that are needed before I can actually get into kind of some design work, but kind of chatting with clients and stuff. So Chris and Stacey will be slightly more design led. So Chris and Stacey.
Yeah. So my day can be quite varied, really, because I work on quite a few different aspects for Pistachio anyway. I tend to work from home more than I do in the office, just for flexibility with picking the kids up from school and just general life admin, those kind of things.
Yep.
So, but it's all priority is always, when we start in the morning, sort of check monday.com that we use, which obviously has all the client jobs on there that we'd have running at the time. So always work through those first and see what's there for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But then in between the client work, I do the Pistachio marketing, as I mentioned. So that'll be anything we need for social media, updates to the website, basically just keeping on top of how we show ourselves as a business to all our followers and to anyone who's looking online. So yeah, it can vary completely. Each day is different, which is what I really love about it. So always something new and interesting to do.
Yeah, and my strange requests.
Yeah.
From time to time as well. So.
Paul is known for his strange requests.
Crazy ideas.
Yeah, crazy ideas.
You're very patient, Stacey, with me.
I think my day's probably a lot simpler. Because I'm just creative based, I do the creative for marketing, for the website and things some of the time. But generally any work that does come in, I do, basically. I don't know any other way to say
yes,
it.
but it goes from whether you, obviously if you're starting on like a storyboard, then,
Yeah, so with animation, generally, this process of getting a brief in, figuring out what story they want to tell, and then we get a script written, which then I will create a storyboard for, show that to the client to make sure it hits all the right points, and then from that point the storyboard gets translated into animation and then sent off for final delivery.
I think it's a lot of heads down though, isn't it?
It
It's
is,
like
yeah.
we used to say code face when we were coding
websites,
building
yeah.
websites. Is
Yeah.
there an animation face that you like to?
Basically, once I'm stuck in After Effects, I'm stuck in After Effects, and that's it.
Yeah.
Similar to when we were building websites, it's better to have like a long stint at something
Yes.
rather than
dipping in and out.
So once your head's in it, it's kind of in it. And
You don't want to be dipping, do you?
nah,
No.
No, it's not good for
I wanna
anyone.
go full power.
Never good for anybody.
That's it. Yeah.
So Stacey and I actually, as Stacey mentioned, we work together quite closely on the marketing for Pistachio, and getting together with Charlotte as well, who also kind of does the copywriting and will put it on social media for us. But we've also been working together on Pistachio Motion Lab. So
Dun, dun, dun.
I know, it's so exciting.
What is
isn't
Pistachio
it?
Motion Lab?
I know, right? Have we got like a
We must have a jingle for
we
that.
must have a jingle.
Don't leave too big a pause.
Ooh, chime. Hang on, applause.
There we go.
There we go. So
It's a really long applause.
Yeah, they were excited about it.
they were really excited about it. That's why there was so many applause. Stacey, do you want to give us a kind of a brief outline of how it come about, what we're doing, what is Pistachio Motion Lab?
Yeah, so as we've already mentioned, Chris and I have joined the Nottingham office, and with us both being animators, it just felt like the next transition into why not have Nottingham as a motion lab, an animation studio where we focus
Absolutely.
on 2D or 3D animation. It just seemed like the obvious route next, didn't it? So so you can come to us with any sort of creative products. We do explainer videos, we do promotional videos, maybe you're trying to sell a product or maybe you're trying to sell a service, and we can just make it look really good for you and do some animation.
So anything from like an animated icon really up to a full-blown 3D animation, we can kind of do everything in between. So Chris and both Stacey, have worked really hard at kind of educating themselves, learning new skills, and putting some real time into perfecting different areas of motion that we work on. And we really felt that was important to actually recognise and put forward as an important part of the business going forward. Motion is a fantastic way of showing client work that can actually be quite dry. I'm sure that Chris can sometimes go, it's quite dry while he's doing it, but it's trying to make it more interesting and capture people's interest. And like I say, from animating something really, really small until, a full-on kind of 2D animated explainer video, to short snippets for Instagram or for YouTube, we can do those. And we've had some really great ones recently. We've tried many different things, from out of home, which was quite fun, that showed things that can't be real but look real, which I think was
so it's putting digital animations into real life footage, to give the illusion that something's happening there, but it's all just pretend, which became really popular. It's called fake out of home advertising. So we do all sorts, and 2D,
our
3D.
fantastic 3D characters that the Pistachio one and the Pistachio Motion Lab scientist was Chris. There might have been some swearing involved, but
it's been a process to learn.
It's been a labour of love, have it?
Love-hate relationship.
I think I'd just like to say that also, prior to COVID, we were doing a lot of animation work. And when COVID came around, lots of traditional marketing couldn't happen because people couldn't receive stuff, for example, direct mail and things like that. But also online was getting congested with lots of posting of various different types of ways of communicating. But video is the most engaging piece of content you can put out. So during COVID and the year or two after that, we saw a massive hike in the production of video editing, video content and animation work that we were doing for customers, but also new prospects coming to us to ask for that service as well. So it really kind of then made us realise that actually this was a really, really important part of everything we do for customers. And it might just be part of a campaign, it might be a one-off project, or they might just use us for that service. But more and more people have now realised that there is a real need for animated or video type content. So it's a big part of what we do now as a business. And I think the reason why Motion Lab has come around is for that reason, but also the fact, as you mentioned, Stacey, that actually you guys are the people that do this work within Pistachio, and it made sense to then create what we call the Motion Lab now, which is our Nottingham office, which has you guys in it, and we felt it right that we actually pulled out that service as part of our offering to give it its own identity a little bit, because it's such a big part of our business, but also at the same time it can be a standalone offering that people just come to us for, and not part of, we do all kinds of different types of work. So it could be branding, it could be websites, it could be design for print, direct mail, campaigns, the list goes on. But actually the real kind of core element of an asset that falls within all those, there's always video. There's always video, and actually to give it that identity and show that we're experts in it by branding it up as a slightly standalone service offering, just felt right. So to back up kind of what you're saying about how it came about, that's a little bit of a backstory from how we were already doing animation work. We were already doing animated elements, and it's just accelerated and become something really, really quite big for us.
We've also got quite a lot to show.
Yes.
Quite a varied amount, and it could get a little bit lost with everything else that we do.
Yes.
So we felt that pulling it out and actually having kind of a library of this sort of stuff as well that people can access and see, especially things like social media, which just disappears. It doesn't kind of hang around. And there's some really cool stuff there that we felt needed championing. But
also, people might not obviously come to us for animation if it was purely only animation or video work that they needed. However, if it's branded as a Motion Lab, we might find that actually people who are looking for animators or video editing or whatever it may be, because we've put ourselves in that space that we are, one of these kind of animator suppliers or studios that produce this sort of stuff, it just accelerates the message out to people that actually we, a core part of our offering is this, and you can come to us for this, as opposed to they might normally just search for an animation studio, but probably wouldn't consider us, although we do it, it's part of our service offering, they wouldn't naturally come to us. So I think it's going to be quite an important thing that it attracts other people to come and use our service for that particular offering.
Yes.
So what kind of things should clients come to us for? What kind of things? We've obviously mentioned the kind of fake out of home, and
so to mention on that, I think it's quite important to pull that one out because it's a bit different.
Yeah.
In that scenario, we're doing some fake out of home advertising. We had to go on site and film real life footage, which we did over in Minneapolis. Brought that footage back, and then because you then worked your magic to create some really fantastic stuff. And even now, a number of years on, I think the fake out of home stuff still has its place if you're a customer that's happy to experiment and be quite edgy with that sort of stuff. So that's still quite a prominent thing. So and a bit different to the normal, here's a script, here's a storyboard. So just to kind of mention that really is it's really quite a different type of brief and scenario that you can use that fake out of home stuff for, especially if you've got products.
I think, definitely with products, I was going to say it needs to make sense with what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like the best ones are usually for products that kind of work within the environment where they're put into. Some I've seen which aren't as good because it just doesn't make sense at all, or like the acting in it's just you can tell it's like fake. The best ones are the ones that you kind of have to question whether it's real or not, for me, which helps them work and helps sell it is you're trying to sell. But other than that, we do, like say, all kinds of social posts, could do how to products, explainer videos, yeah, just anything that includes any sort of motion, which, like Paul said, is getting more and more relevant, especially in a social media age. People have no attention spans for just kind of still images these days.
Absolutely, yeah.
So anything that's moving will attract people's attention.
I'd also say face the camera stuff as well. So things like this, for example.
Yeah.
You know, people are recording themselves either doing podcasts or they're filming online customer testimonials, for example.
I think the human element is really important these days. I think people like to know kind of who they're working with.
Exactly. So just from a simple video editing back kind of space really is, you know, things like this where people just get stuff recorded, whether that's via, you know, things like Zoom, or they're doing stuff like this where we're in front of a camera. People are coming to us to edit these videos, polish them, top and tail them, and create a professional video out the back of it.
Yes.
So there's that kind of element. You've got the animation element, the fake out of home stuff as well. So there's a real raft of stuff that we can do really in terms of this space, and the possibilities are endless really.
There is, yeah. And I think it also is quite fun and engaging really. It kind of like I said previously about having really dry subjects, that just kind of makes it all a little bit more kind of fun and interesting.
Yeah.
So what motion, out of everything that we do, what do you think kind of makes the biggest impact? You know, you've got branding, digital storytelling. What do you think? What kind of really makes a big impact?
I'd be inclined to say all of the above, to
all
be
of
honest.
the above. And I kind of agree. I do. I think consistency helps with it as well, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Just putting out a random video will never help anybody, but consistency I think is really important. And again, you know, we can create suite of things to be used as well, you know, in a way of doing a campaign. Really, it's just a different way of doing a campaign from the traditional kind of mailing, really. But I think it's all really kind of impactful at the moment. It's quite relevant. What's your favourite thing to do? What's your favourite motion?
I want to say 3D, but it's also the most awkward. But I think it's because I enjoy learning new stuff, and that's the one that has a lot more technical stuff to it. So it's probably why I enjoy it more. Yeah, it can be frustrating. Yes, but at the same time, once you solve, like problem solving, once you solve a problem,
yes, absolutely,
that's what I enjoy anyway. So
yeah, no, I completely get that. Stacey, what do you?
I love doing the social media animations.
Do you? Yeah, do you like the short and snappy?
Yeah, and just getting people's voices out there, and just I don't know, it's something really fun about it. When I'm doing the Pistachio socials, I'm in my element. I really enjoy it, and you can be really creative and do some quite out there things that you might not be able to do in other sides of animation. So yeah, I love doing that bit.
I would also say that I've had quite a few comments following our Halloween campaign.
Yes, that's one
we
of
had
those.
so much fun.
So those that have seen our Halloween video
from 2025,
hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of comments on it, and people love the fact that we've just kind of put ourselves out there and done something silly, but really engaging, really fun, and again, that's video content, right? So it's something that we've amateurly filmed. Put together.
Who you call an amateur?
There's some very amateur acting in it.
Quality acting.
But actually pieced together, actually makes for quite a good little kind of promo video.
Yes.
So, you know, from nothing, we've created a short, simple script, acted it out, and then put that together. So check out our last year's Halloween video.
Creative.
Because again, pieces like that, when you're trying to put a human face to a business, not saying everyone needs to do a Halloween video, but it's actually putting human voices and faces to a business rather than actually just hiding behind a brand.
Yes.
And it's putting yourself out there. And I know, Stacey, recently you've been doing some stuff on social media as well.
Yeah.
Where you're just doing the kind of face to camera stuff as well.
Yeah. And I think this year, with everything that's happening with AI, and we always see polished content as well, and you quite often just see the same things over and over again. You're scrolling through a feed, and then if you suddenly see something like Killer Creative, and it's like just a funny thing, you know, it makes you laugh, it makes you smile, you get to know the people behind the business. I think that's what's really going to stand out this year.
Yes.
And, you know, selling who you are as a person, can they work with you as well as the business?
Yeah, people first.
Yeah.
People first.
Absolutely.
So we've got obviously the Motion Lab in full effect. So obviously, hopefully now you've all kind of got an understanding what Motion Lab is all about. So any video animation requirements, you know where we are.
So even if you've got an idea of what information you want to get across, we can help put that together. We've got copywriter, we've got designers, we can look at it from a strategic point of view. Literally, come to us, give us a challenge. We like a challenge. What do you want to get across? What can we put in video form that will grab the attention of people? We are always open to also learning new things and finding out different things. And as Stacey said, you know, we're always experimenting ourselves as well with stuff and checking out trends and working as a business, not as a static business. We want to grow as well and change. And we all love actually what we do, and we love kind of learning new things and moving that forward. Which I think is part of the reason why we've all been here so long. So that is kind of a rough idea and kind of a small roundup of what we do within Nottingham and with Motion Lab. As always, if anybody's got any questions, or you've just got a little niggling idea in the back of your mind, come talk to us. You can email us at hello@pistachiodesign.com. And it was lovely talking to all of you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to Chris and Stacey for joining us.
You're welcome.
And we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.